luxury, jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxy show. Archie flies where the dragon soared to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home, he's chasing new Asian delights. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground, comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust, has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hello, fuckfaces. It's ArchieLuxury. We are here on the stream of the Mostest. And what can I say, guys? It is the cyclone. Look, good news is it's fizzled, wazzle, dazzle, basil world fizzled out, which is good. We don't want a fucking cyclone. Cyclonic weather is not fun. Guys, we are here and we are wanting to make sure you guys realize the importance of these streams. We need these streams to keep going. Without your support, it's very hard. Thank you for the support. Tan, the man. And he's not feeling well. Get well soon, Tan. We love you. Okay, that's done. There we go. Thank you for the support, Tan the man. Get well soon, Tan. We love you. Yeah, Tan has he's had a bit of a flu. We're getting him back. He's got a Rolex to unbox. Rolex! Fucking Rolex. You bet your fucking goddamn money it's a Rolex. In this cyclonic weather, what have I been wearing? I've been wearing Pam. I've been wearing Pam, man. I've been everywhere, Pam. Da 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 da. I've been everywhere, man. Da 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 da. it's what can I say, guys? What can I say? It is a very interesting times we are together. It's very important. These are cyclonic weather conditions, and it's very important when things are turned nasty, guys. I can make pizza. I've actually got some dough. I've got a new pizza recipe. Listen to this, fuckface. I got this new dough. You buy pre-made dough. So you basically squeeze it like tits. Squeezing. Put a little bit of, you let it sit for an hour, and then we can bake the bastard. Bake the bastard. Yes, sir. So I would like to get some punters on. What else can I tell you? What else is happening? I've actually... What else can I tell you? I've gone through all my glasses. I got to take those fuckers in for repair. I've been everywhere, man. Da 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 da. I've been everywhere, man. So I've got to take a few pairs in. Oh, that one's broken. No, these are good ones. I'll show you the glasses. I got Tommy Hellfingers, the fingering dude. Da 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 da. The Tommy Hellfinger. I have got the Country Road. I quite like the Country Road. Country Road. Got those. I got these ones broken. Yes, that's broke. It's another busted pair. That's my deuces. I don't know what happened to my deuces. They're not. And I've got some Hugos, 2 pairs of Hugo Boss. Actually, I should wear the Hugos today. What do you think? Put the Hugos on. Put the Hugo. I like the Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss. So these are the Hackets. These are fuckets. These are fuckets. This is my Hackets, which I kind of liked them. I did actually like these. These were actually pretty damn good. Da 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 da. They're pretty good glasses, these. Fuckets. These are fuckets. Hackets, fuckets. They're not bad. I didn't mind these. I like these. Where the box for the... There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza. A hole. So I'm going to use these Hugo Boss. Hugo. The dinosaur. These are the dinosaur ones. Hugos. There we go. It's my Hugos. Then I got my sunglasses. I got 2 pairs of Persols. That's what I wear. 2 pairs of Persols. I love my ones. One pair is Polaroids. 1 pair is not. I quite like them. What else can I fucking tell you? What else can I tell you? Archie's here. He's in the house. So in an hour's time, we can start the pizza. We'll get the pizza. I'll show you how to cook. This is the best pizza you'll ever fucking have. Someone's asking the weather. Let's do the weather update. Weather is actually very calm. Gold Coast had very rough few days. However, things are settling down. Light drizzle. Rain will remain. Wayne in Spain. Rain will remain for the next week or so. Rain will remain for the next week or so. Weather is actually very calm. Gold Coast had very rough few days. However, things are settling down. Light drizzle. Rain will remain for the next week or so. Great staying in bed weather. Great weather to read a book or cuddle. Great weather to relax and chill out. There we go. We got someone joining the stream. We got HR. Hello, HR.
Hey, Paul. I've got a question for you. Out of all of the punters you've spoken to, who has the most soulless collection? Think about this. Think about this, Arch.
Soulless collect. Look,
with no soul. You've commented on it before. I want to know the answer, Paul. The soulless collection. Who was it?
it'd have to be plastic. No.
No. Yeah. You did a review on it. You soul read him and said his collection was soulless. Who was it? Come on, Paul. I'll tell you if you can't remember.
So many collection reviews. By the way, speaking of super chats, I've got Jeremy Kearney, €2.50. AC3, your opinion on Grand Seiko versus Tudor themed collections? I actually respect both. I would say, to be honest with you, I probably prefer Grand Seiko. Problem with Tudor, I don't like the fact that they do movement swaps as servicing. I don't like the fact that Tudor, it's the Black Bay range. So many other ranges are garbage. I love the Monte Carlo. I love the Black Bay Pro Explorer 2 Retro. I love the Black Bay. There's many Tudors I love, but I'd have to go Grand Seiko, to be completely honest with you. I know that will shock people, but I love Grand Seiko is so I love Grand Seiko. There you go. That's it. I don't need to say anything.
Let me give you the answer to the question. The most soulless watch collection was Big Meech. It was Meechy. Do you not remember?
Meech, what's happened to him, man?
He's in the chat and he baited me to come on. He baited me, so I thought I'm going to come on.
Tell him
how soulless his collection is.
Yeah, I never minded the guy, but I got to tell you, what bores me is just hype stuff. I really admire someone who has a Vacheron, a Breguet, a JLC in their collection. I find they are more purists.
You know who I admire, Art? Someone that has an Explorer 2, Datejust 41, and a two-tone bluesy. That is the epitome of style.
They're a bit boring. I've got two of those watches. I've got the Explorer 2 and the bluesy. They're a bit boring.
You take that back. You take that back. You called me a simp yesterday. You take that back.
They are solid. I will say that.
Arch, am I a simp for this show? Yes. Oh. Okay. Am I a simp? Yes or no?
Hey, we're all simps.
Ooh, very political. Archie, I like your pants today. Who chose those, Mrs. Lyle?
Yeah, I love these pants. Yes.
Are they comfy for a bigger man?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm a Breguet man. I set the tone, so I don't care anymore. You understand that?
Yes.
I'm the one who decides what is cool and not cool. Do you understand that? I alone. Do you know why I earn the big bucks?
Because you're a Breguet man, fuckface.
Because I alone decide what is cool and what is not cool.
So is Breguet cool?
Breguet is beyond cool. You understand? Like, it's not about collectability or investment returns. I find those wordings very dangerous. Hey, I got to tell you, someone rang me yesterday. Advice: would you swap a deep sea? It's a naked with service papers.
Yeah.
For a vintage 1680 with no bracelet. I said, you got to be crazy. I don't even want that fucking.
What's a 1680, big boy?
That's a plastic Submariner date.
Oh, no way. Plastic. Like fucking have a plastic water pump there, big boy. You don't want that.
I mean, look, the vintage stuff is nice, but it needs to be perfect, not fucked, not bitzer. It's a bitzer. That sounds like a fucking bitzer. Bitzer piece, bits of this, bits of that. It's just shit.
Hey, Arch, talking about vintage, I gave Solve a call the other day. I had to stay up until late to get in touch with him. And he's still annoyed that you only came in on the discount cinema nights. He's annoyed about that, Arch. Have you apologised?
No, I know. I thought that's
Have you apologised?
You know what really pisses me off with Sovron? Can I tell you?
What? Tell me.
I mean, seriously, man.
He called you a cheap, stingy cunt.
Yeah. I know. I get it.
I said, Sov, don't be like that. He's a Breguet man. He needs to save his money for the Breguets. He can't come on non-discount nights. But he said, he's a fucking stingy cunt. That there HR and that there all Pluto. He's a stingy cunt.
I know what he says. He's a fucking nasty cunt. Sovron inherited so many millions, and he fucking criticizes me for being frugal. How the fuck do you think I'm going to get anywhere near you if I don't use my discount or the coupons?
Use the coupons. Arch, the thing is, he's arrogant, but I love it. I want to be like Sov when I'm older.
Tell that cunt I bring in my own snack foods.
Oh, fuck.
You bring your own popcorn in? I do. I'm not paying fucking theatre.
You know what I do, Arch? We've got a Sainsbury's opposite, so we've got a supermarket. I will normally go in, buy all of my treats from there, give the cashier a flash of the bluesy, and then walk out.
That's okay. You can do that. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong, big boy.
I love you. You know that? Do you know
I love you too? Well, you called me a simp yesterday, Arch, so I'm not sure if you do. But anyway, the show goes on, big boy.
I always loved you, you know?
Oh, I love you too, big boy. But I love my bluesy more than you.
Oh, bluesies are an amazing watch. Don't get me wrong. I love a bluesy. Bluesy's incredible, don't you think, or not?
I do. Listen, do you think if I called Sov again, I could do an apprenticeship with him?
Who with?
What do you think? With Sovron. I want to be like him when I'm older.
Sure, we could try.
Okay. Then, earlier on in the week, Arch, I was speaking to Zane. Remember Zany Poo?
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Zane. Do you like Zane?
Zane is amazing. And he was telling about all the property he owns. You know what? Now, Arch, you know what he does? He just employs people. All of his properties he just puts through an agency. Just goes to the gym, fucks bitches. He's chilling, Arch. He's living a dream. I want to be like those two when I'm older.
Fucks bitches? How do you know he fucks bitches?
He told me.
You reckon he does? Because he's full of shit. He's not exactly what you call Mr. Attractive, if you know what I mean.
He is. Hey, when you've got money, Arch, anybody will do you.
Actually, that's not necessarily true. If you're a cunt, people still hate your guts.
Okay, I retract that. If you've got money and you're wearing an annual calendar, anybody will do you.
Money and you will spend money, they will be attracted. But if you're a tight ass, they're not going to. Why are they going to be attracted to you? They'll tell you to get fucked. No. I can tell you this now. I can tell you from personal.
Arch, come on. It's just because, listen, I remember you fell out with him because you said that he inherited all of the houses from his dad. That's not true. They're working together, Arch. They're working together. Do you see the difference there, bud?
Yeah, I get you.
I need you to understand, Arch. They're working together in the same way that you got your boy working on the Beamer together, and then it got repoed. Wait, I retract that. Then you gave it away for a bit to get it back later. That's the difference. You're working together. They're building things. Arch. He never has to work ever.
No, you reckon?
That's 100% there, bud. And I'm going to work sending fucking emails. What's going on?
How do you mean he goes to work? He got to send emails.
No, I go to work. I'm comparing myself to Zane. I'm nothing compared to Arch. I'm nothing compared to Zane Arch.
Yeah, but he's a real
nothing.
cunt. I think the thing is, there's two things that are more important than money.
Breguet and Rolex.
Time is something you can't buy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Time is very valuable.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, sometimes in life, you just want pussy. Pussy's I love pussy. Do you like pussy? Are you a pussy man?
Is this okay? Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, you're only young, see? Okay, we'll just wait for you to... Sorry, we'll just have to wait.
Wait for what?
We'll wait. It's okay.
Wait for what, Arch? I'm 30.
Mm-hmm. We'll wait for the change to happen, okay?
What happens, Arch? What happens? What's the change?
Just wait for the change to happen. We've got some changes that are coming up in your life. That's just how it is, Like, let's face it, pipe and slippers. Do you have a pipe and slippers?
No, but I have got some leather boat shoes, Arch.
Deck shoes, boat shoes. That's really cool.
I've got some Sabagos. Do you know those, Arch?
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. You're a very cool guy. You know that?
Arch, it's not me. It's the bluesy that makes me cool. This watch has made me a better person.
How come? Let me say this to you. You're cool, but I tell you who's not cool. You know who's not cool?
Who?
Plastic's not cool. He's never.
No, he is cool. Take that back, Arch. Take that back. He's got a solid gold dancer.
He's a jerk. The guy's a jerk.
He's not. He's a millionaire.
He's a jerk.
Why is he a jerk? Just because he's got more money than you? What the fuck?
I'm telling you, he's a jerk.
No, he's not. Why did you even fall out? It's just because he's got a solid gold dancer and you don't, Paul.
No, he's just a jerk. He's a jerk. I don't want to go to somewhere where they have processed meat to eat. I don't like processed fucking meat. I don't want processed meat. I want premium sweet.
Who gives a shit? Bring your own damn
I'm not going
meat.
to be friends with him if he's stingy. He's stingy as fuck. He's stingy as fuck.
So what? Why don't you pay for your own goddamn self?
I don't need to be friends with a tight ass cunt. You understand that? I don't need to do anything I don't feel comfortable doing. Okay?
Is it because you've only got the training wheels bluesy and he's got the solid gold dancer?
Fucking cunt. He's a cuntosaurus. Do you understand that?
Why? Are you jealous? What? Why? Why is he a cunt?
I'm just telling you, he's a stingy, fucking mean.
Yeah, Arch, you keep saying he's a cunt. Why is he a cunt?
I'm telling you, he's a mean, vicious cuntosaurus of a man, okay? Okay? He's a cunt. Are you a cock or a cunt? What are you?
I'm myself. I work in HR, so maybe both.
Yeah. You work in HR. Do you enjoy that?
I love it. I love it, Arch. I love working with employment law. I love working how to navigate people.
You like hearing about gossip and drama in the workplace?
Of course I do. I like being the inside man. I like navigating through investigations, working how to exit people through the business in the most cost-efficient way. I love it, Arch. I love it.
You're very corporate. I will say that much. You're very corporate, aren't you? Hey?
Arch, I'm a corporate wank stain. I wouldn't say I'm that happy about it, but
joining us. Hello, Archie. How are you, man?
Hi, Ozzy.
I'm gonna make some pizza soon. That they got this new dough. They've got pre-packaged dough. Like it's fresh dough.
That's always nice. I've heard that can be a great way to do it because Yeah, making the dough is the hardest part, but yeah, it's good.
How you
It's
been,
good.
man?
Yeah, good, good. Just
Hey,
finished
I've been doing
testing
some
all the
photography.
watches.
Did you know I've been doing some photography?
Oh yeah, what have you
I'll
been
show
up
you
to?
one of my photos. Do you want to see one of my photos?
Let's check it out.
So I like arty-farty photography, okay?
Hmm. Do you
You know what
like
I mean?
Koyana's Katsi?
How's that for a photo? I did that.
You did?
Yeah, that's my photo.
Very nice.
What do you
Where was
think?
this?
Wow.
It was in Thailand actually, but that's beside the point. What do you think?
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
That's Mrs. Lai. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that the one that your dad's
Nice.
hooking up with?
No, this is Mrs. Lai, the one I really love.
No, but your dad was looking at her with loving eyes. I saw the picture.
That's just Knox shit. Knox just.
No, it's not. It's true. It's true,
true.
Archie.
It's true, is it? It's true, is it? Where you gone? Where's he gone? Oh, he must have fallen
It's
off.
disappeared.
I got it. Yeah, I like a bit of artistic photography. Yeah, I like that. What do you think?
What does artistic mean to you when it comes to photography? Because there's
No, well, it's not
landscapes and
nude. It's not nude, but it's
architecture and
what I like about it
people.
is it's a little bit erotic. It's erotic
Yeah.
photography, but it's not
Oh, okay.
like you don't see the face of the subject. Like it's done in a very tasteful way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I think that's important. Is to have taste, good taste, when you do these things. Does that make sense or not? No.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's complicated. I mean, sometimes there's an experience of like coming to America, right? It's like it's a very over sexualized place. Like everything has to be sexy, sexy, sexy. But then when it comes to actual sex, they're probably the biggest prudes on the planet.
Prudes. They are very actually. You know, it's particularly. I don't want to say this because there's many Republicans in our audience, especially the Republicans. They are so fucking prudy. And I don't understand why they have such big sexual hang-ups, because they had such good work. Remember Porky's? Do you remember Porky's? That was a great coming of age. Porky's?
Oh, Porky's on the movie. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the Porky's. You know, Porky's. I thought that was a great coming of age Americana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know
yeah.
movie,
I mean, and they over criminalize sex too. I mean, now like prostitution, the word isn't how would you say it's not damning enough anymore, so they had to crank it up. So now every single act possible is now called sex trafficking. You know, as if you've abducted someone in every instance or something like that. It's like
fuck.
you know, and they're just cranking it up and up and up, and who's really the benefit from all this?
They're nuts. They're really nuts. To be honest with you, they're fucking nuts a lot of the time. Americans also, the thing I don't understand with a lot of Americans is they have such sexual hang-ups. You know what I mean? Like they don't see it. Like they see things very in a strange sort of way. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They
And
do.
I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy personally. Okay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, correct. Like, but it's so I don't know. I have two feelings about like sort of you know,
Very puritanical. Very puritanical.
Yeah, I have two feelings. Like one, you know, you're up to have your own taste and things like that. You can have things that are sexy, but I'm very wary of things that are quote unquote sexy. Because I mean, what's the difference apart, you know, between sexy and actual sex? And where's the boundaries? And if it's just for titillation, then why not go into straight up porn? You know, like what's with the pretense? What's with the
Yeah. And I, you notice the way people they like. Can I tell you one great saying? But can I tell you one saying that I really find useful?
Mm-hmm.
To have an affair is French. to get caught is American. And I find that so true. Americans got to have
funny.
confession. They don't keep them. They don't know when. Americans don't know when to keep their fucking mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a beautiful. Let me fucking. That is absolutely. That is fucking beautiful. That is a really, really nice. That is just so beautiful. Look at that.
Well, I put half of them in the bank, so.
What do you love? What out of this? What do you love? What watches do you look at? See, I think that Explorer punches way above its value on the.
It does. No, nobody gives it enough credit. They go, "Oh, you want the 16570 to get the 40 mil?" I was like, "No. The modern one is big. Suck it up. It's good." These are just my oldest ones, typically, except for the Pepsi. So I'm just keeping these around to keep an eye on and test them. And you know, as I said, I found a few issues on the time grapher with the oldest one, so I'm just going to hold on to these and wear them until the warranty's up and see what's up. So at the moment, 6 Rolex and 4 Tudors is what I'm doing. But these other ones are probably going in the bank tomorrow. So
beautiful stuff, man.
Most of them in the bank, like all the other Daytonas, all the gold Daytonas, already in the bank.
I got to tell you, man, you really do have some amazing stuff. Can I say that to you?
Oh, thank you. When you get them all home and then you're trying to test them and all that kind of stuff, it starts getting a little laborious.
Like, I really believe a collection is greater than the sum of the parts. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, in that measure, I don't have a collection. Because like if I just do like let's trim this down right here. Like, how about these two? That's a collection right
Which
there.
one's
Two,
that?
Pepsi and Panda. You're good with these two.
No, but you need a diver as well. I think you need that 3-piece. I think, because you'd have to. I'm sorry. Come on.
The problem with adding, and you can, like, that's a lot of people's like idea of like that's the way to do it. You get the Jubilee Pepsi, you get the Submariner in there. The problem is these two look almost identical. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, even if you have the different bracelet, they're still so similar. So to me, this makes sense. Like, having watches this similar doesn't make a heck of a lot of sense in a 3-piece collection or a 2-piece collection. But if you've got like 10 pieces, yeah, go ahead. You're like, whatever.
I got to tell you, you actually, besides really infuriating me, find you really infuriating when you won't buy a fucking house. Can I please say one thing to you? I don't want to go on about it, but I want to say one thing to you, right?
Yeah.
You're young, right? I used to think like, and that's why I get angry, is because I actually see a lot of me in you. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, I understand.
And I will say this. The thing is, right? The thing with you are right? Technically speaking, you should not tie up capital in a house. You should put it into your business or share market or investments. You will have a better return. That on paper, you know what? You're 100% right. Okay. The only problem is, can I tell you the only problem?
Yep.
Life isn't always organized. Like you got to understand, right? You're young. You just don't get it yet.
Yeah.
But what happened?
Would you believe that, you know, my wife and I, we've always talked about it for a long time, about plan A. What are the things we want to achieve? What do we want to do? How do we think things will go? And we've always had a plan A. We prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. But plan A, we've always had a target. And we've never actually had to leave our plan A. We've been very, very lucky that life has not kicked us in the balls.
What I'm saying is, like, you look at some of the things that happened to me, right? Okay.
Yes. No, I understand.
I had the burglary, right? So you'd say, oh, you
Yeah.
should have. It's always easy in hindsight, right? But I think we were targeted by professional burglars, okay? Then I had the death of my son. That's another spanner. You think, fuck. So what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you is, if you have a paid off house, you've always got somewhere to be.
Yeah, I understand that.
Now,
I
admittedly,
don't plan on staying
even
here
I'm
forever.
a dickhead. I'm an idiot because I use the equity in the house to fund things. Okay,
Yeah,
I see it because you get low interest on. You get low cheap money, cheaper money. Okay, well, money's not cheap
yeah,
now, but it's cheaper money. Okay, and I've got to
yeah,
tell you, in all honesty, right? I would always have a place to call home. Please, if you are so wealthy, and you sound like you are, okay, that's which is good to you. You should always, always have your own place. Do you see what I'm getting at or not?
I do, but we've all lived different lives too. Like I've never stayed in a city. The longest I've ever stayed in a
But
city
it doesn't
was
matter. You don't
Seattle,
have to live
6
in it. You've
years.
always got. Okay, it's no point wasting my breath on you because you're not going to change. But it doesn't mean you have. It's just a reserve. You have a place you can
Yeah,
always come back to without having to pay rent. Like in Australia, if you had a place in Australia, anywhere in the world, pick a place. I don't know. I'm not trying
yeah.
to. I'm not trying to. But you know, we had that guy on who works on the ships. He's a dickhead. He had an apartment in England, and he
No,
sold
but
it.
his life. He did a live stream the other day with his new family in Mexico. Lovely,
Yeah, but
extremely heavy baby, and that's where his life is, you know.
yeah, but it's
And if
still good
he,
to have a property in the UK. You'll never regret that. Okay.
yeah, but you also have to understand, like for him, that's probably like he's probably leveraged. He's probably got a mortgage on that.
He doesn't
It
have any.
represents more
He owns
than
nothing now. He doesn't own any. But yeah, but you rent it out. I've got a property. Let me tell you something. I
yeah,
bought an apartment in 2017. I used my signature as collateral. Okay.
yeah,
Basically, I used the equity in the home to cross collateralize it. Do you understand that concept?
yeah, yes, yeah, I
Guess
understand.
what? Guess what? You want to know something?
Yeah,
That apartment has gone from 330.
mhm,
It's got a 7 in the front. Agents ring me every week because they've become
mhm,
hot. And you know what? I rent it out. There's a slight loss. That's called negative gearing. I get a tax deduction for that.
mhm.
And guess what? It's no longer negative geared because the equity we've got is over half. We've got over half the equity now.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at getting divorced soon. It's a place for me to stay. You understand?
Are you serious about the divorce?
Yeah, I can't stand. Look, I'll be honest with you. We've been married 20 years, okay?
Hmm.
And I'll be totally honest with you. It's very difficult to stay married for that long, okay?
It's a
fucking hard.
challenge to have a happy marriage. It is. It is
And
a
I mean, I love
challenge
her.
every
Don't
day
get me wrong.
to
I
make sure
love
that
her
you're living up
greatly.
to.
I love her
Mhm.
greatly. But the problem is, let me tell you what the problem is. It's still fucking difficult. They are very difficult. And I want to say to you, marriage is not easy, okay?
Hmm.
Marriage is not fucking easy, okay? It is not easy. And we've got different. I'll be honest with you. Do you stay with somebody for money for the next 20, 30 years? Or do you say, you know what? We've had a good trip. Why don't we wind it up now? Wind it up because you know what? It's not giving me the same joys it used to.
Hmm.
Wind it up. Wind it up. I think you got to know when to call it quits. It's like playing poker. You got to know when to fold them or hold them. You got to know. You got to know what you're doing. Do you understand?
Hmm.
Sometimes you've got to fold them. You understand?
You had a happy time for a period of time decades, I
I
imagine.
reckon we've had a good 20 years.
You had a
right?
good run.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of got the shits, and she's got the shits with me. And I'm just thinking, you know what? I see the other problem is I've got an inheritance coming when my dad dies.
Mhm.
If he doesn't put it through a poker machine, okay, that's the big proviso.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk about that in sort of like the retirement financial stuff. Is like, how much do you value future potential inheritance? And most advice is usually around zero because of all sorts of problems.
But hang on a minute. I can tell you this.
Yeah.
Okay, most advice is zero, right? But I'm 52.
Yeah.
My dad is 76. Okay?
Yeah.
He's 76. Do you understand?
I understand. He's made it to.
So
I think that's a greater than life expectancy for his generation.
My mother died, okay? My mother has died. So there's no other woman. It's basically going to go through. So the problem is if I stay married to my wife, she's entitled to half of that. But if we're divorced, I get to keep that money for myself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to work this out. I'm just telling you honestly. And we got Herman's back on. How are you? This is my good friend Terry. Terry,
Good.
how are you? Missed you, man. What's going on?
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Oh,
So Arch, you really need that numbered bank account.
Just having dinner. How you doing?
No, because you know why? I'd never rip my wife off. Do you know why?
Honestly, if you
Just
buy
hang
your
on,
wine-
Terry. I'm talking just 1 minute, Terry. Do you know I would
Sure.
never rip my wife off because I don't want her to think I'm a simp. I
Mhm.
want her to know exactly how much money we have. I'm not fucking. I believe we basically would have 50-50, right?
Mhm.
Well, I don't need to cheat. I don't believe in cheating taxes. I believe in claiming every legal deduction, okay? But I don't
Sure.
believe in. I don't want to expose myself to trouble. I don't believe in cheating, okay?
Mhm.
My first wife, I gave her more than I should have, and it paid very handsome dividends in the karma game. Let me fucking tell you that. I basically said, you take over the payments on the house, and I'll transfer it all into your name. That's what I said to her.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I'll be honest with you. It has paid very handsome dividends. Okay.
Mhm.
By doing that, it actually gave me some very, very good stuff. Okay. So I'm just telling you, right? In all honesty, sometimes you don't want to cheat. You don't want to cheat. Now, we've got another super chat in. This is from Scrummer Junior Wrench Abuser, $2. AC3, you might be on the right side of history. What does that mean? You want to be on the right side of history. I don't quite get what
Not
he's
exactly sure what that means. Yeah, on this one.
not
Yeah,
quite.
I understand, Arch. I
Myself.
understand, Arch.
I got to tell you, in all honesty, right? You know what?
Hmm.
I look at yourself. You're a good guy. I love you. You're a good guy. But seriously, one of the things you learn is that terrible shit can happen. Have a base, okay?
Yeah.
You see that movie from The Gambler. Every idiot knows you're 2.5 million up, and that's probably you. You're probably worth over that. You get yourself a house with
Shitbox
a 30-year
Japanese car. Yeah, 30-year
a
mortgage.
Japanese shitbox. You've got that, and you get yourself. You put the rest into the market. Now the thing is, right? You're saying you'd rather put that money into the market. The problem is you could earn even more. Yes, you can. You could do even better doing what you're doing. But you could also lose your ass. Okay? You could lose your ass doing what you're doing because I can tell you this now. You think you can predict the future. Let me tell you, it's fucking scary how little we can control. I tell you this now, and I thought, you know, I had plans and I did planning. Let me tell you this. Having something paid off you can always come back to gives you a sense of safety. That I understand your logic, and you were right.
I mean, if you want to talk in inheritance, I'm an only child, and only my mum's around, and there's a house there somewhere in Melbourne, Australia.
To be talking inheritance. I'm 52. My dad is 76. Yeah. How old is your mum?
73.
Okay, well, maybe you possibly got something, but
she's got good genes, so like she'll last till 90 plus. So I tell you that.
Well, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
And always remember, you're more likely to get divorced. That's probably your biggest wealth hazard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it is for everyone. 100%. That's the thing you got to work on every day. Yeah.
Your biggest wealth hurdle is divorce. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean that.
I 100%. No, my wife and I, we talk a lot about exactly how we grow
apart. I know people. It's not even ripping someone off. It's just you just grow apart. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a story? Do you want to hear a story?
Yeah, sure. Well, let me say one thing. Like at the moment,
hey, I just got to
we do have the kids. Go ahead.
To tell Philippe $5. Terry, what's the best 3-piece combo meal deal? Hunger fucking buster.
Date Just, GMT Master 2, and Daytona.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. That's a pretty good way to go, actually.
You know, it was said 40 years ago, if a man and woman was married and they both had matching Rolex watches and he drove a Rolls, odds are they were going to stay together for 30 years. That's what it used to be.
That's a good point, actually. You raise a good point there.
But times have changed.
Times have changed. It's very sad they have changed. Yes, they have.
Yeah. You know, you remember years ago, those ads for those rides, you always saw the man and woman who was happy. They were married. No, not anymore.
Not anymore. Let me tell you my story. Can I tell you the story there?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, my brother's an accountant, okay? Anyhow, one of his clients, they're middle class, they're in their 50s. They're middle class people. They raise kids. They're very respectable. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're not rich, but they're not poor. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, actually, that's the hardest to understand. But anyway.
Anyhow, they were very good to their neighbor. Okay? And they used to go and check on him. They'd invite him over for Christmas. They just treated him really nicely, okay?
Right.
Because they're nice people. They're nice middle class people, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, does that make sense or not?
Yeah, I'm very friendly with my neighbors.
Anyhow, when the neighbor died, the neighbor left the property to not her children who didn't visit her. She left it to the neighbors.
Right.
They inherited a $1.5 million home because that's Aussie dollars. So it's about $1 million US. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what they came in to see my brother about?
Accountant? No, I don't. Taxes.
They said we want a divorce. We inherited this money. Now we can't stand each other. She wants her money. I want mine. Get the fuck out of my life. Do you understand what I'm telling you or not?
Yeah, I mean, my dad had 3 wives in his lifetime. He was able to also purchase outright 3 houses, and he died without a penny. You know, that's the reality that I know in life.
Your dad died without a penny.
We had 3 divorces.
That happens to the best of us, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying, don't you, or not?
No, I do. Like the life is short, but it's also long. It's long enough for things to go pear-shaped.
According to the expert Kevin O'Leary, I don't know if you like him.
I actually find him a bit of a jerk. I think he's
Yeah, I don't like Kevin.
Any man out there, gay, straight, married, whatever, okay, has children, doesn't do it. Here's what he said, okay? He made a perfect point. If any person has access to at least 5 million in assets to take care of themselves for the next 20 years and not tell their spouse or whoever else about it, and it's in escrow without collecting taxes or anything, they're set. That's what he said. That's it.
What did he say? I can't hardly hear. You're mumbling.
Yeah, I
5
barely
million,
could understand.
5 million.
What did he say? I don't
He
understand.
said 5 million.
5 million what?
To do what?
Dollars. At least 5 million.
To do what?
He's nuts. The guy's nuts. Let's not even work out what he said.
he
He's just cunt.
You could live off the interest of that alone for the next 20 years.
20 years is completely ridiculous. As in, you could live. Yeah, that's. I'm not sure what.
Anyhow,
that's not.
Just move on. Move on. It doesn't fucking matter. I can't understand a thing you're saying. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is,
if you had 5 million in liquid assets, not bullshit assets like mortgages. If you had $5 million in actual assets, that'll support $250,000 of spending a year, easy in perpetuity, not just for 20 years.
That's just a rate of return. There's nothing special about what he said.
Let's just make sure we get the numbers right. I mean, it's not just 20 years. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Rate of return. What's a fair rate of return? Tell me that.
10%.
10% is probably, that's a little bit generous, but don't you think?
That's exactly what the stock market has returned over the last 100 years. And we're not talking about picking the winners and losers. We're just talking just do broad-based S&P 500.
No, interest. What the fuck is going on here? First of all, Terry, eat your fucking food before you come on the stream, you stupid fuck.
Hey, he's allowed to eat. Mark, he's allowed to eat on the stream. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I got to catch up on the super chat.
Yeah, he looks like a younger version of you. Look at him. He's looked like your son. Or it could be your brother. I don't fucking know what's going on. Your son's a brother, brother's a stepbrother. I don't fucking know. Arch, no one wants to hear this crap about money. It's in poor taste.
I don't give a fuck what you... Narc, I'm not going to listen to you for anything. Go
kick
fuck
me
yourself.
off. Kick me off.
You fucking lousy cunt. Go fuck yourself.
Your father's banging your wife.
Oh, he's gone. We got a super chat here. Patel Philippe, $10. ArchieLuxury, tell me a tale of two Rolex sports watches. It's 53 and 54. The Explorer was destined to go one way. The Sub was destined to go another.
Wow. Yeah, the Submariner was a hit when it came out. That's for sure.
They started off. It started off. It's not even good whiskey, okay? July, August, September.
Yeah, the Submariner was a hit right from the beginning, right?
It's not even good whiskey. It's not even good whiskey. You know that?
It don't taste too bad for blended.
It doesn't taste too bad.
Well, it don't taste too bad.
So was the Explorer 1953? Is that what he's alluding to?
Yeah, yeah. I got to tell you, I love both of those watches.
Yeah, absolutely. I wear my Explorer a lot. I had a good poll the other day, and it was like, what is the true Everest watch? Is it a white dial OP36, or is it the Explorer? And
it was actually,
nobody.
I think he went there with a Smiths, didn't he? Go with a Smiths? I don't even think it was.
I think that's just a bunch of lies. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to deny that a Smiths was
Can I
perhaps
ask you
potentially there, but I mean, everyone wants to pick up on a scandal because I
does
mean,
anybody here know what model GMT that Magnum PI was?
yeah, it was a Pepsi. Well, what's the question?
Yeah, that's that was a
Yeah,
Pepsi.
it was a
Correct. You're
Pepsi,
right there.
but it never
Um,
said anything about the model.
who didn't say anything about the model?
Oh my god.
And that
I think it's a 1675. It was a classic Pepsi.
Yeah, it was a
I mean,
classic.
it's, yeah.
It's been documented a lot. There's nothing secret about that, is there?
Yeah. No, it's
So
not a mystery.
then
Not
that was
like
the 1570 movement.
I don't understand. Terry, you've got the most terrible audio. Your accent is unbearable at times, and I don't know what to say. We can hardly hear. I want to say something. I got another super chat. I got to catch up on these super chats. You know what? 1953, 1954. I got to tell you something. Which of the two do you think is more significant for Rolex?
That's a really good question. I put it down to Everest. Like there has to be the Explorer, just because of the Everest. Now it's not a more significant watch, but in terms of human achievement associated with the brand, Everest is unmatched. So
Yeah.
I mean, if we're looking from that perspective, like tribute watch and that's that level of historical significance, then I'd go with the thing. But in terms of like a company,
So the Explorer
what is
came
more
out in
Rolex than Rolex? The Submariner.
1953, and that was the same year as the Submariner and the Turnograph. I've actually got an interesting article. Just going to pull this up with the history of these here. So they came out similar time. I'm just bringing it up. There we go, bringing it up on the screen. Have a look at this. So they came out in 1953. Okay, so that's the three models. You had the Turnograph, Explorer, and the Submac. You see how the lineage. Now, the funny thing is, did you know the Explorer, the Submariner, it was actually 37 mil when it came out originally. There wasn't much size difference. The Explorer was 36. And it's fascinating to see this here. See, it's fascinating to see where it's come from.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, the Black Bay 54
actually, it wasn't even branded an Explorer. The watch from the Hillary expedition is currently that's the watch. See, that's not even.
Yeah, that's the actual watch. Yeah.
Wasn't even branded Explorer until after the event. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And it doesn't even look like. That's what I was saying. Like, what's the true Everest watch, quote unquote? Do you buy an OP
what they're saying
dial?
is, well, it's just a very chronometer grade movement, a simple chronometer grade movement.
Yes.
And that's the genre, right? And I got to be totally honest with you. The first one, so 1651 came out. The Explorers themselves there. I think the 1060. So the 1016, it didn't come out until the 60s, I think. That's the albino. The albino. I love the albino. They've got different ones here. The 1016 was 1960. 1960 it came out. See, 1960. So this is E-type Jaguar. Jaguar E-type came out. Similar kind of thing. What's your favorite Explorer? Tell me this. Are you an aficionado? For me, the funny thing is, can I tell you something?
I go 1016. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was really picking, but
Explorer too.
Here we go. We got Ken Fresno, $2. Kerry, can you perform a self-Heimlich procedure?
No, I never learned it.
And we got Patel Philippe, $5. Terry, do you feel Jonathan Quayle Higgins III knew more about watches than Magnum PI? Follow-up question.
What's funny, if you've seen like a few of the scenes of the show, he was also wearing a dive watch, not just the GMT. But nobody ever knew what the dive watch was. So
I'm sure people know what the dive. If there was a dive watch, genuinely,
but
like
I don't
I'm
know
not.
what it was. So it had like
But
a
I
very
mean,
dark
ultimately, who
dial.
cares? It's just an actor. I mean, it's, it's yeah. I don't think it really matters.
Can I ask you, gentlemen, something? A personal question about the GMT
Well, a
master.
follow-up question: did Higgy like Cool Whip? Who's Cool Whip? Do you know who
If
that
you
is?
were offered today, and this includes Archie, if you were offered today an original GMT master instead of
Yeah.
a modern one, which one would you rather take? The older one from like 1968 or whatever, or 72, or would you rather have a brand new GMT? All in perfect.
Oh, that's simple. If it was all genuine, I'd go vintage, man. If it was original,
yeah,
I don't want a
Well-
butchered one, but I don't want a fucking
Yeah.
butchered, molested. I don't want.
it comes down to condition.
Years ago, I got to try on one of the original GMT masters. It was genuine. And may I
We
say,
can barely hear
it
you.
was
I'm sorry.
beautiful.
Are you
Yeah, we
walking
cannot
to and from
have-
your microphone or something?
I'll just
And it
adjust
had
it.
the original bracelet. And you could feel it. It was gorgeous.
What are you using for a microphone right now? Like, it doesn't even sound like you're using your webcam as the microphone. It's like something on the back of your computer or something.
Don't get the best reception. If I plug in
No,
my
it's not
earbuds,
reception.
it picks
It's
up.
noise canceling is canceling out your own voice.
I have earbuds. I don't get the best reception.
No, I don't care about your earbuds. What is the microphone?
I have another computer, right? So, but I don't get the best. It's a webcam.
Okay.
It's the one built into the.
Why are you adding yourself again, Terry? I don't understand.
Because I'm losing reception.
Okay, we got.
I'm losing reception. Mercury.
I'd take the 1675 only if it was in extremely good condition.
Well, that's not
Otherwise,
even
I'll
the
stick
first.
to
That's
the.
not even the first GMT.
No, well, I don't know if he was
There was
proposing a
6542,
1670.
the Bakelite bezel, the Bakelite. That's
Right.
the first.
Yeah. But I was just going with what he thought was like the Magnum PI version or something like that.
I had an Air King that was the 14,000M, but Archie didn't like that one. Archie didn't like the plain dial one, though.
I didn't like what?
You remember you told me like a year ago that was the one that was the Joker's Air King model that you shouldn't buy? You know which one I'm talking about. The 36, 35 mil. Yeah, the 14,000M. You said don't buy it. So.
It's a bit small, you know that? It's small.
It is small, but I'll tell you what, though, it kept very accurate time. Of course, though, I don't think anybody wears a watch anymore. So.
Yeah, because so getting back to the Explorer and the Oyster Perpetual, what do you think, Arch? What's
more
the real
super
tribute?
chats. I got to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
America 5726. Thank you, America, for coming back. $10. Australia is a vassal of the United States and exists at the pleasure of the US and our interest in the Asia Pacific region, a completely irrelevant country outside of US imperial interest. Thoughts? I think you're nuts. I think you're insane. Look, Australia is an independent country. We have ties to America. Yes, that's true. Australia is a vassal. What the fuck is a vassal?
I'll say this: Australia might be.
A vassal is a feudal tenure of the United. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Look, Australia might be significant enough,
US, right?
Yeah, Australia might be significant enough.
The ocean
to help.
I
start
don't
World War III with all of the Europeans.
Like the way you phrased it. I don't like the way he's phrased it. Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah. Australia's gonna show how sovereign it is by starting World War III with help with a few friends in Europe. It's going to be amazing. We're going to send some Australian troops to die
Actually,
in
here is
Ukraine.
the truth
It's
about
going to be
something.
wonderful.
And most people
We're going to be
don't
very proud of all those dead Australians.
If it wasn't for the British nearly, America probably would have never won the war.
Have you got a better way of? Have you got a better microphone you can use? Because this is terrible. Speaking of,
Yeah.
we've got Easy
Let me see
joining
if I
us.
can
Now,
find
we've got another super chat. Let me get another super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Terry, why do you not consider the Explorer 2 the absolute dog? Oh, the Explorer
because
2.
the Explorer 2 is the best.
He's a grand Patek. His name is Patel Philippe. Easy on deck.
Easy on deck. How you going, man?
Oh, I'm shit. How are you?
What's
I'm
wrong?
shit.
Why are you shit?
Oh, tried living in Vietnam for 18 years.
I love Vietnam. What's wrong with Vietnam?
I know, but you haven't lived here for 18 years, have you?
No.
Yeah.
I thought you'd love it there. That's a great country. I can't think of a lot of words. What do you think of that, Easy, to be stuck in Vietnam?
My husband lives in Vietnam, but he hates Vietnam.
Oh, that's Mrs. Easy's talk.
She sounds amazing. She sounds really beautiful.
She sounds amazing. Say hello to Uncle Archie.
She sounds very lovely. Your wife sounds
Archie,
lovely.
say hello to Chung.
Hello, Chung. How are
name
you?
is Chung.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
How are
Here is
you?
my
Yeah, I'm
Explorer
fine.
2.
Thank you.
No.
Hey, do you like the snakes? Do you like
Archie.
the snakes?
Do you
Ah,
like?
yes. Ah, yes.
Yes. And she's a good-looking woman, Arch. She's a 10er. She's a 10.
No, you're a very lucky man. You're very lucky.
You stop speaking pidgin English, you very lucky man.
Ah,
Yes, I
very
know
lucky.
I'm a very lucky man.
You're lucky to have such a beautiful woman.
See?
Oh, wow. Nice to hear that. Thank you.
She loves it. She loves it. Her head is expanding as we speak.
You're very lucky. You have a good. I think she's got a good husband in
Yeah,
you.
what are you moaning about? What were you moaning about?
But he hates Vietnam. Oh, God.
Vietnam is amazing. I want to move there.
Well, you can come over here for 18 years. How about that?
I love Vietnam. Is an incredible country.
Uncle Arch loves Vietnam.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Let's do a Vietnam trip, Arch.
To hear that is morning.
Vietnam
I'd
is
be keen.
incredible. You know.
Yeah. I don't regret it, but I never got to Vietnam. I did about 2.5 years of traveling around Southeast Asia, but we sort of stopped short of Vietnam. We had to move on to China, and we knew we were giving it up at the time. We probably wouldn't come
I got
back.
another super chat. Let me do this. Rich Mitch, £2. Kick Terry and do a 3-hour show. I don't want to kick anybody. I need guests. I need panelists. Patel Philippe, $5. I can't wait for Terry to appear on Rich Mitch's channel. Thank you. And we've also got Patel Philippe, $5. Easy on deck. You will be joining us for the after show, Grant.
Yes, I will be. Yes, I will.
We were talking about vintage stuff. What do you reckon of like the Tudor stuff, like the 58, the 54? You know, these are homages to those original Submariners that you can wear every day for a little bit of money.
Yeah,
timekeeping wise, they're very solid.
Had to say,
I quite like them. I like them. I got nothing against them. They're great watches. But I got to tell you that Tudor stuff is... Look, I'm not a vintage person. I prefer modern, okay? Can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a modern... Because I like usability. I'm not about... I'm not so much about... I want stuff that I can. I want stuff I can use. You know.
Balls are
But
sore.
that's the key with the Tudor. You get the vintage look, but you get to
One
wear it.
man owns
I know.
one
I
watch
like that retro. It's
for
very
30
retro. I love
years.
reggae
It's a
retro.
Rolex.
Retro is.
That
I
is-
love retro.
That's an excellent watch for a person.
That is a lovely watch. That's a lovely watch.
Honestly, there
I'm
aren't
on the panel.
watches prettier than the 58. There's a lot of watches that are different, but
No.
this
I
is
like
very
the faux,
pretty.
Tina. You know,
Yes.
I honestly like the faux. Do you like the faux? Or not?
Okay.
I don't like the idea, but I like the watch.
I said I.
You know what I mean? Like in my head, I don't like the idea, but you know
That's
what?
a beautiful watch.
The watch is
That
pretty.
a beautiful watch.
Well, and it's not necessarily faux patina. I mean, it's just all gilt. Now, obviously, the original watch is not gilt, so you know, it's an interpretation of vintage. You know,
That is a lovely watch. If a man needs more than that, he's crazy. That's all you need, isn't it?
yeah.
Yes,
you
that's
get
all
through
you
life
do
with that.
need.
Yeah. Of course it is.
That's all. It's more than enough. You know.
That's more than enough. It's like, you know, old Easy with his wife. One wife is enough. That's all you need.
You're very lucky to have. She's a very lovely wife. You are so lucky.
Oh,
Archie,
wow.
got something.
How long you been married?
I've been married for 6 years.
Oh,
We
congratulations!
got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Easy on deck. Yes, he's joining that. We got Patel Philippe, $5. Grant, I sent the after show location in the private chat. It's in the private chat. Thanks, mate. Keep these maggots in line.
Maggots on deck. Maggots on deck. You're a good supporter of the show, and you're my mate, Patel. You're excellent.
What do you think of the FXD, Arch? Is it too much of a young person's watch, or what do you think?
No, I love the FXD. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think it's a great watch. What's not to, you know, I really, the thing is, what do you think of those fixed lugs? The fixed lugs.
It's perfect, because if you wear a strap, like the spring bars are, you know, the thing that will go. That, you know, it's the worst part of wearing a strap is the fact that the spring bars, you know, you can just touch them, and you know you have to be so careful of spring bars. But these, like, they're not even like thin at all. Like they're at least 3 millimeters thick around the thinnest part.
I actually love that. I think the fixed, now this is titanium as well, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, you must admit that is pretty. It's a very attractive watch, and
Archie.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got to tell you,
Archie,
I don't know. Yes,
look,
I don't know if you need more than that. Do you need more than that, really?
Well, it's not. You can't go to a nice restaurant with this watch. You know what I mean? It's not. It's an ultimate beater, but it's not a.
No, it's not a beater. Any Tudor, that's an expensive piece of kit. This just shows you how we got Watch Chat joining us. Hello, Watch Chat. How are you?
What's up, people? What's up?
Oh,
people?
g'day.
Good. Hi, how's the expat?
Good to see you.
Hi, Aman. Hi, Aman.
Oh, I love that Ferrari. We also got Watch Nicholas.
do you know?
$1.
Do you know what it is? Do you
That's
know
the
what it
Fiat
is?
Ferrari Transporter. That's a legendary vehicle.
Oh, wow. You've got a set.
That is so
Only
beautiful. How much
500
was it?
pieces, Archie.
Hey, Jimmy.
Formula
What scale
One.
is it?
Oh,
What scale
God.
is it? What scale?
God.
143.
God.
43 to 1, is it?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Look.
See,
Come
I
on.
like
Only-
18.
only
My
500
scale is 18 to 1. I'm an 18 to
Only
1 person.
500 ever made.
Sorry?
Only
Man, it's
500
A Ferrari toy in Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. I'm sorry.
We've got a super chat. Let me catch up. Patel Philippe, $5. Terry, what's a better place to retire? Melbourne or Napoli? Please explain why.
Napoli, because of the Italian culture.
Oh, it's got to be Melbourne.
Napoli. Of
Nice.
course. Napoli.
Yes.
Melbourne is
Napoli,
the bomb.
Italy.
Melbourne's awful. I'm from Melbourne. Like it's
I'm
awful. The amount
from
of traffic
Melbourne.
is ridiculous. It's unlivable these days. Unlivable. Like it takes an hour to get anywhere in Melbourne.
Have you been to LA? It's like that there.
Right. But LA is LA, you know. So the problem with Melbourne is like so much of the things you want to go, it's all, you know, centralized. See the inner suburbs or downtown area. While LA, there's all sorts of stuff to go to in every part of LA. You know what I mean? So yeah, it still takes a long way to get to anything, but the whole space, the whole sprawl is interesting.
As the expat, I got to tell you something. I understand exactly what you're talking about there. I got to be honest with you. I think Melbourne would be. I love Melbourne. If you're in the rich part of Melbourne,
Yes,
Toorak,
fine.
the CBD, it's beautiful. If you're in Sunshine or Dandenong, it's fucking depressing. I tell you what is nice. I was staying in old Beaconsfield. That sub. That was that's quite reasonable out there.
The problem is with that statement that you can have a good life. It's like most people don't get that life.
Ozzy, shut the fuck up. I love you. You play it out. You're overexposed. You got to take a break.
Okay.
No, you know I'm a big fan of yours.
Hey.
What?
Yeah.
One sec.
I'm a fan of yours.
No, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Don't make the mistake I make sometimes. Become a stream whore. You're addicted.
I'm just enjoying myself right now.
No.
And testing equipment before Geneva.
You're enjoying yourself too much.
Uh,
Do you understand? Sometimes you got to say, all right. You see, you like self-awareness. I love you. All right, you're on the spectrum a bit.
We got a super chat. Let me grab this. Steve Burns, $2. El Primero or Daytona? If money is no issue, why? I think he's talking about the.
I love Terry. Terry is gold. This, you know what this reminds me of?
How are you?
Erwin comes on. Erwin comes on.
You can combine the two. You can combine the two and get the Daytona with the El Primero movement, Steve.
No.
Daytona.
Okay.
I would actually love. I would really love a
Good morning,
El Primero.
Terry, I
El
love you. Give me a
Primero,
hug. Hey, Terry, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Terry, give me a hug. Right. Easy, Sonny. You're the string reminds me of Erwin jumps on. This looks reminds me when I go out and I see shut the fuck up for a sec. When I go out and I see the special needs kids and then you got responsible adult. This is Erwin here with all the retards. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I'm not retracting it. And you got Easy here. How many drinks have you had?
Narc, if I give you my best narc impersonation. Hey, kids, do you want Cocoa Pops for breakfast? Oh, you don't like Cocoa Pops? How about some toast? Oh, you don't like toast? Well, up yours, kids. There's no breakfast. That's my best narc impersonation.
Is that your wife? Is that your wife?
No, that's me. Easy.
What is that? What is that model there?
I love Terry. Terry's gold.
Terry.
Berlin leather, 250 G. They're worth a $10 million.
What did you step in here?
143.
Actually, that.
I love the way he grabs it.
143.
This is Terry show and tell.
I love that car, actually.
Yeah, I know. They were very popular in France.
PGE bought one. So, Steve, to answer your question, I would get the Daytona with the El Primero movement. I'd get it in yellow gold. And I don't care about money.
Yes.
I
would agree with that.
Aussie,
So the gold Daytona.
Melbourne are you from? Nah, shut up.
The gold Daytona. What were you saying?
Yeah, the gold Daytona that I bought, yeah, it's a modern reference, but it's pretty much an homage to the Zenith gold Daytona that you just
Terry,
said
the
would be a
rookie
good
of the
idea to
year.
get. Because they haven't produced that dial that I've got since the Zenith era Daytona. So,
Hey,
yeah.
Ozzy, you got to say hello to Kay here. We've got a beautiful, beautiful, busty woman here. You haven't even said hello to you. Hello to her. Kay, how you going, sweetie?
I better stay away, Mark. You know me.
Oh, I'm good. I was looking at Terry's collectibles.
Really? You know he's got a
Yeah,
dildo? He's got a dildo. He's got a gold dildo.
You have a gold dildo?
Yes. It's a collectible, Terry.
I want one.
Mm.
Yes.
I reckon he's got a bigger dildo collection than you. Terry, how many dildos have you got?
I didn't know I have a big dildo collection.
How many in yours?
Nah,
Terry, are
shut
those
up.
all Ferraris at the back behind you? Terry.
Cool, aren't they?
Knock.
Hold on. Hold
Terry.
on.
Ozzy. Look at this. This is gold.
Who's the one in the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses?
That's Terry.
Oh.
All right,
How old are you, Terry?
wait.
You look young, but you sound older than you look.
Look, Archie.
God, get a job. The man who's playing with a toy car.
Hey, he's gold. Hey, he's Terry stays,
Can you
Ozzy.
get a job?
Terry stays.
Guys.
Collector's item.
Look at that. Look.
Can you get a job?
That is gold.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's
That's a
marvelous.
collector's item.
That's marvelous.
No, we love Terry here. Ozzy,
Oh,
you're a
he's a
snake. You're a snake
weirdo.
smuggler.
He's a
Wait,
weirdo.
wait.
Snake smuggler.
What's that?
It's showing
Any man
now.
that plays with
And I'm
toy
obsessed-
cars is a
I'm
weirdo.
obsessed with Asian antiques.
Ooh.
Wow, that's
They're
beautiful.
my teapot.
Absolutely.
Hey,
That's
Kate, what are you
Japanese
wearing?
or Chinese?
I think it's Chinese.
Yeah,
No,
which
Kate,
dynasty is that?
I noticed yesterday when Archie said
It's
to you that would you
40.
date Mike? Would
40.
you date Mike? And you said later in life. What does that mean? When you're dead? What does that mean?
Well, no, she's busy with her children. She's looking after her children, and she doesn't have
Well, I
time
mean,
to pursue
yeah, right
relationships.
now, yeah.
No,
I-
Mike the snake. Mike the snake.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Narc, that's what she said. Now fuck off.
Mike.
You
Mike
fucking just
rang me.
talk
He was
over
up-
everyone. You're a rude
Yeah,
cunt,
Mike was
Narc. You know
upset.
that?
Mike was upset. How's your father, Archie? I love your
How
father.
are you, Narc? How are you?
I'm good. Hey, Ozzy, does your wife know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow,
Sorry, you cut out. What was the last?
He's gone, unfortunately. Come back, Narc. We
Oh,
love
look.
you. But tell
Look at what
Philippe
my
to
Tudor
back-
calendar says.
Really,
No,
Oh.
Archie.
JoJo's
Wow.
variety
143
show.
scale set. Do you know
Thank
what
you,
this
Patel.
is? This is the race at Monza from 1970.
Mr. Patel,
The 143 scale. There was only 500 of them ever made. I got this, completed
love
on
it.
eBay for only £220, free shipping.
there's
I
only
like it.
500 of them ever made because no one wants to buy them.
Hey, look at my Tudor calendar, Arch. What have we got? We got Watches and Wonders. It's coming. It's coming.
What
Get
year is
ready.
that? 2025?
Yeah, it's a current calendar.
Cool.
You got
Yeah, current
pick
calendar.
your card.
Yeah, it has a little date wheel.
Do you have any dolls, Terry?
You got the driver.
We got a super chat.
Yeah.
Patel Philippe. Grant, can you tell this toy collector why Melbourne is the greatest town there is?
Look. Okay, I will answer that. Easy's got the deck for 2 seconds. Melbourne is beautiful. If you want action, you can go into the city. If you want peaceful life, you can go to Hillsville. Hillsville is magnificent. You can do anything in Melbourne. You can do anything.
How far is Hillsville from the inner suburbs? How long does it take to drive out there?
Well,
Actually,
from
not-
sort of Warrandyte, it's an hour
Um,
or sort of 45. You can go to Hillsville from Warrandyte in 45 minutes. It's beautiful. And
Where's
you go
Warrandyte?
on
I'm from Mel. I don't even know where Warrandyte is.
Do you guys eat kangaroos?
No,
Not
I
a
don't
lot.
eat
a lot of kangaroos in our backyard because we
Right.
had
No, they
had
don't.
6 acres and we backed on to the state park, so we had a lot of kangaroos in our in our backyard. And
I would say that even London is easier to get into nature from being, you know, in a busy part of the city and getting back out into nature. It's easier to do that in London than it is Melbourne. I don't know. Like Australia just doesn't.
Whereabouts in Melbourne are you from? You're sounding like you're
Around the Dandenong area.
Okay. Well,
To be perfectly honest,
yeah.
it's not what it was 30 years ago.
Well, I visited over Christmas and nothing's really changed. It's just gotten worse. I mean, basically everything is pretty much the same, except you
Everyone
have
likes
50 times more traffic.
Everyone likes to shit on their home sort of country, but try living in
No,
Asia.
I just have to be realistic. Like I've
Right.
also lived in Sydney, and while I don't like Sydney,
Here we got a super chat. America 5726 $10. Australia is culturally, economically, politically, and humorously irrelevant. Is there any good reason not to flee immediately from the cultural desert that is Australia? Well, number one, let me tell you this:
that's a generous super chat, Archie.
We are like New Zealand in some ways. Okay, let me explain it to you. We are a clean environment. We have a democratic system of government.
Right.
High taxation, yes, but schools, education, resources there. It's really quite a fantastic place to be. It's a fantastic base. It's a fantastic, safe base. And that's the reason many Chinese are buy property in Australia, because it's a safe base.
We have
very, very safe base. And that's the thing. It's a safe base because we've got political stability. We've got, for a small country, we punch far harder than our size. Would you agree with that, Aussie expat?
Yes. I'm just.
If you care about the country, yes, but if you care about the people who live in that country, no.
Yeah, well, there are turds.
The other thing is we've got some real natural beauty that is unique to Australia. We're an island. Like we're not connected to any other. We're quite unique.
Most people don't get to experience that on a day-to-day. Like I like Sydney. Like you can combine, you know, beach life and professional work very easily in Sydney. And I think it's the best in the world for that, actually. Like if you want to work and
have scary animals there, like big spiders
and cockroaches,
very large snakes.
It's
very
the reality is, no, but those animals don't come out. They're not aggressive. They're not hunting you out.
Do the fish swim up
they're your
your
friends.
penis?
Yeah,
you just got to be aware of them. We've got a super chat. Tell Philippe $5. Grant, would you consider HP sauce appropriate for roux meat? If not, what's your best applicable for Her Majesty's favorite brown sauce?
No.
HP.
HP sauce is for Cumberland sausage.
HP sauce.
Yeah, it is all bangers if you're going to eat bangers, but
however,
it's for bangers, yeah.
What's a banger?
If you're up in the northern areas of Australia, they do have a bit of roux meat in the supermarkets. However,
you know, surprisingly, Italy and Germany have some of the best male soccer players.
If you're in places like sort of Melbourne, they don't have it in the supermarkets.
No, it's been in the supermarket in Melbourne. Not always, not everywhere, but I've seen it.
Go up to places like the NT, they have it in the supermarkets, and let me tell you, roux meat on a barbecue.
I like roux meat. Roux meat is delicious.
Yeah,
I think it's too lean.
Terry, interesting magazine. Terry, Terry, do you feel the Dialects could eventually overrun the TARDIS and defeat the last time Lord? Let me show
Yeah,
you what
because the
And I need
I've
Patel
got
to
it
tell
here.
me
Look, I got this. Look
how
at
to
this.
go
I
into the private chat for after,
is keen on the
because
way
I don't
things
know. I don't know, Patel. How do I go into the private chat after? I don't know.
Oh.
I got to tell you something. We've got another. Hey, Erwin, how are you, man? What's going on with you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
How's
looking
my
forward to
Breguet
your
bow
trip.
tie? I am so looking forward to getting my Breguet bow tie.
Oh yeah, that's right. You know, you've got to make your trip here, and you've got to wear that brigade bow tie.
Yeah. How are you going? By the way, Erwin, I could not. I'm going to Geneva Watches and Wonder, and I could not go without taking. I'm taking 2 watches.
Yo.
Breguet.
Yeah.
Type
Again,
21
Breguet?
in gold, and I'm taking the world time.
The Patek. Yeah, I knew it. You were going to do that.
That's good.
This woman is
Because I
showing
can't go
good.
without the
her
Breguet. I
dolls.
can't go without the Breguet. You
Hey,
know.
look, you've got a bear.
Archie, shut up about the Breguet. We have a woman showing her dolls. Good Lord. It's scary.
This is a $400 stuffed animal.
That's nice.
Why is it $400?
It's a
Because
very
it's so
rare
pretty. It's so pretty.
1950s. Well, it's a 1950s Rushton Star skunk. I have many Rushtons, and they're all like worth hundreds of dollars. But I don't
It
pay.
looks
Very
a
nice.
bit creepy, but
Wow.
look,
Wow.
everyone can have a hobby. I keep snakes.
I like my creepy hobby.
Oh, well, that's good. God,
Yeah.
that one's creepy.
Creepy is
That's
cute.
creep. That's a
This is
creepy
a
factor.
1956 dairy cow that was used to advertise for milk.
I will say this, Archie, is that what you were saying about the Daytona, I agree entirely. Because I seen one about 2 weeks ago, 1996, had the Zenithal from
Yes.
photograph modular in it. And they're out the door.
Really,
asking
you've got to get
22
your microphone fixed.
Yeah, this is impossible.
Troy, I cannot hear a damn thing you're saying. I cannot hear anything. We got a super chat. Patel Philippe Herman, are you excited for Watch Nick to cover your beatbox video again tonight after this show?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Now,
Very
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put the link. This is the link. It's got 55 minutes to go. 55
You got to
minutes to
teach me
go.
how to get into the private chat, Brother Patel, because I don't know how to get into the private chat.
Private chat.
Yo, man, I'm the real Herman. You're some phony Herman. Get
Are
out of
you a
here
married
with your,
man
with your
or
By the
Herman
way,
ass.
from a gay British man, you are very attractive.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Ooh, is there a gay romance blossoming?
What
Hope so.
what sort of job are you doing there, Kay? I'm sort of interested.
She works in
your
an
hobby.
antique. She works in an antique place.
Yeah, I work
She's
at.
a
I manage an antique mall.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Which part of the States are you from, okay?
I'm originally from Oregon, so southern Oregon, but I moved to
Oh, cool.
California when I was 18, and I was like,
I'm gonna go and get my
go.
GoPro. I'm gonna cook something for you guys. I'll show you something in a minute.
Pacific
Ooh, what's that?
Northwest. Awesome.
That's the new book.
In
That's the new
Yeah,
book.
that's the book.
That's the new
Yeah.
book on Submarine. Did any of you buy that?
No, not me.
Antiques market. In Australia, we call antiques antiquies.
I dated a guy that left his dive watch on the back of the boat, and then we took off, and then the dive watch fell to the
What
bottom
sort of
of the
dive
lake.
watch?
I don't know, but it was very expensive, and let's just say he was diving for it.
What sort of dive watch is it?
A fancy one.
Would you be able to tell the time of the 1,000 feet?
Archie's like, he's instantly jealous of the guy because he left a dive watch on the at the deck.
Interesting stuff, my friends. It's a good book, that. It's a great book.
Yeah, I wanted to get to the production numbers page.
Yeah, I was going to get that when it comes a bit cheaper. Patel Philippe, $5. Will the real Herman please speak up? Speak up! Speak up! Real Herman!
Yo, Tan, what's happening, man? What's happening, brother?
Tan the man.
You guys need more
Archie,
ladies. in
Archie,
there.
Archie, coming on the Hanoi tour in March next year.
You betcha.
You better believe it, baby. Yep, your ass will be here. Yep, we'll have a great time.
When will we do
I love
Vietnam?
Vietnam. Vietnam is amazing. Vietnam is amazing.
The JMI and we got the Luxury on deck, and we got Archie on deck. Yep, March next year. Come one and all.
How cool is this? They got this in time for the book.
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
Oh, here we go. What do you want to know? 6204. I mean, 2,881.
It tells you the production numbers, does it?
Yeah, by model number, but not split by dial. So, for example,
That's okay. Model numbers.
two-tones.
Okay. What do they have in 16610s? How many 16610s were made?
Let's take a look.
It's a date sub. Steel
Yeah,
date
yeah,
sub.
over here. They're saying launch year 1986, production quantity 646,000.
Okay, fair enough.
Check this out, the Hulk, 228,000.
Shit, that's not rare, is it?
No, because if you look at the same model, the black model, 116610, they're saying they made 414,000. So they're saying for every two black, there was one Hulk. But that seems far too common, honestly. Like, the Hulk can't be that common.
How
They
many
didn't sell very
two-tone
well.
blues is 116613? How many did they make of that? Just above it there.
Yes, 143,000.
Yeah,
That's quite a few, isn't it?
Joking.
That's a lot, considering the two-tone in black is 104,000. So two tones, 250,000 almost, while the steel is production 600,000 between them. So basically a third. For every three steel subs, there was a two-tone.
Aussie Expat,
It seems high.
When was that book published?
Late last year. It even had
That's the new one. That's the new one from Nick Folks. That's the new one from Nick Folks.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out the stats there. What was the cutoff date for that?
Well, they even have stats from the latest current gen model. Obviously, they don't have many yet. For example, the deep sea here, they're saying undetermined at time of publication. So this is the only one that they don't have a number against.
I'm sending an SOS out to Jamie Opulence. If you're listening, can you get your ass up on here, Mr. Opulence?
We even have the Sea Dweller 1211660. This one is 27,000. So everyone had a hunch that this was a low production Sea Dweller, and I'd say 27,000 is low. I mean, there's no numbers on here that are smaller than that, apart from the soft catalog piece.
Circle jerking.
What about Sprite?
Circle jerking. Any man, all
Sprite.
How many? That's pretty amazing. That how many solid gold subs have they had? Say the 16, the 40 mil, the maxi case that Mark's got, the ceramic.
Oh.
Explorer one. Explorer.
And they are differentiating between blue dial and black dial. Is that right?
But yes, because it's a different model. Not in the modern generation, it's a different model number. But in previous generations, if it wasn't like a two-tone 5-digit, those weren't different model numbers, so you won't know the split. But on the gold, they're saying 11,666 for the blue and 7,000 for the black. So they're not produced in equal numbers.
First world
Very interestingly.
problems. First world problems. Circle jerking. Any man that has an Explorer 1 on his wrist is a lucky man. Other than that, it's all
I think you're more lucky with that beautiful wife of yours.
Oh, come on. The grass is always greener, Arch.
I would swap my watch collection to have her.
You got a lovely wife yourself.
What's the count on the Sprite there?
But what do you mean the Sprite? Because that's a GMT.
Yeah, the GMT. Oh,
no, this is only Submariner.
Right. Okay.
Erwin, this is only Submariners. Sorry.
Submariner. That's right. Yeah.
Archie,
I'll check this one out.
Your watch collection plus 100,000, and let's talk.
This one down here is an emerald bezel with diamonds on the bracelet. Emerald indices, 51. 116649 EMBR. I've never seen this. I don't think. Not in pictures or anything.
That's cool. That's cool to know.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's crazy that they've got some off-catalog pieces. It's really cool. The original Kermit, 128,000, which in comparison to say...
That's the 50-year anniversary watch, right?
Yeah. So 16610, but you also have to remember 16610 had a longer production run too. Oh, what am I saying? That's weird. I don't know. This doesn't make much sense. So the LV is 128,000 production launch year 2003 until I think about 2008 or something. But the 16610 in black is 640,000.
Wow.
So when this was in production, it was in pretty high volume compared to the black, maybe even higher in comparison to the Hulk. Yeah, interesting.
It's interesting to know.
It's a very good book.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for the book?
I paid for the ultra luxury version, so I think 180
What's the
bucks.
difference?
Something about a silk cover or something.
The cover, you mean?
Sounds like to me.
Well, it was like an extra 30 bucks. So I'm like, okay, well, if I'm going to bother having this around, I may as well get the one that was only available at launch. They have a Comex diver here, 15514.
Left hand. Yeah. We can all circle jerk about these things, but notice there's no wedding ring on his left hand. Okay, continue. Yes.
What are you talking about?
Get a life. Like, who cares about these watches? Who cares?
I don't know what stream you thought you were on.
You're on a watch stream. Easy. I think might be time to say goodbye to him. What a fucking moron. Can you believe that? They're very fast because the fascinating thing is never in the past have they ever released production figures.
Correct.
Production were never released. And I find it very fascinating because you wonder how many of these fucking things do they churn out?
Yeah.
And
well, let's see the 6538, which is the Black Bay 58, model, quote unquote. You can't just tell someone if you like that look, just go get a real one. There was only 2,800 made.
Wow.
And for sure, less than half.
How many 1680s were made? How many 1680s?
111,000. So not terrible, especially considering.
Now 1680 could also be two-tone or gold or Actually, they didn't do
I
two-tone.
know that
It was
yeah.
1680 was gold, but
they
did they
have a
tell you
1680 here in gold, so it doesn't have a
how
different
many of
model
those
number,
were
but
made? That'd be rare.
5,700.
See, that's quite low, don't you think?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's only like 5% of the steel production. But what's it like with modern? So if modern, you got about like 20,000 compared to about almost 1 million in steel. So not quite 1 million. So like 600,000 versus 20,000. So the ratio of gold is actually lower now. I think, if I'm doing my head math correctly.
I'm quite intrigued. I'm thinking,
Easy back on deck.
yep, you're back on deck, son. So just behave this time, please. We don't want nastiness.
I'm behaving. I'm the ultimate gentleman.
Yeah, but this is a watch channel. This is we're materialism. This is what we're into. Materialism is important to us. You got to understand, easy. This is like having a black-headed python killer. Okay.
Said yourself, any watch is a dress watch. You can.
Yeah, but easy. This is. We love this shit. You understand? We love this stuff because. We love it because it really makes us empowered. Do you understand? As men, watches is one of the few things we can buy to actually.
I will tell
I tell you what I love about watches. You know what I love about watches? It's the community that we talk to. And let's face it, life is fucking short, man. I got to be honest with you. Life can be so fucking short. Before you know, it's over. I've just bought that book, by the way, as we're talking there.
Wow, I didn't know. You don't need to be spending money. Check this out. They actually have production numbers.
I paid $137 for it. I paid $137
Australian?
for it. Yes.
That's a good deal. It's a good deal.
Yeah, that's the Oyster Perpetual Submariner hardback book by Nicholas Folks. That's the one. I just bought it.
Check this out. They actually have the 50mm titanium's production quantity.
So, would you agree the Explorer 2 is the best everyday watch?
I reckon I love my Explorer 2. I must tell you, I really fucking love it. The only thing is, I find, you know what I find the best everyday watch to live with? Can I tell you guys?
Yeah.
I actually love my Breguet Type 21. Now, hang on. Let me tell you why. I do a lot of cooking because I'm separated, okay? I need to cook. I need to entertain bitches, and I do a lot of cooking. For example, you've got 2 timers on the Type 21. You got the bezel. When I put the garlic bread in the oven, I use the bezel to time how long the garlic bread's been in. And then I use the stopwatch to time the steaks, how long they're on the barbecue for. And the beautiful thing about the beautiful thing about the Breguet is it's a flyback, so I don't need to stop the chronograph to reset it. I just press the flyback, reset, and it starts again when I flip the steak over. Does that make sense? Flip it over! Flip it over! And we got Ranchers joining us.
Magnificent.
Hey guys,
and
how's
we've
it
also
going?
got Dirk Diggler, $2. Daddy, I'm real hungry, and will you play with me? There we go.
You can do all that shit with your iPhone, Arch. Just, set the stop clock and everything's fine.
I like the Yachtmaster for cooking.
Being
able to
Would
turn.
you recommend a Explorer 2 if you're a man who's constantly on a plane everywhere?
I don't think the Explorer 2 is that great of a piece if you're concerned about the actual GMT function. The bezel is a lot easier to use on the GMT Master 2. But look, I love the Explorer 2, but it's the most tool watch. It's the most tooly tool watch in Rolex's lineup. it means it's not really that appropriate for like wearing to a wedding. That sort of thing.
What do
It's
you
not
mean
a
by
one
that?
and
I don't
done.
understand.
Well,
I
if
don't
it's-
understand.
look,
What are you
if it's
talking
the
about?
test-
What are
it's
you
the-
talking about? It's not appropriate to wear to a wedding. Which watch are we
You know,
talking about?
If it's
Explorer 2, like the modern one. Well, at least that's what I'm talking about.
Why
I
why
love
not?
it.
It's a bit too
Particularly with
sporty.
the white one. How could you not? That's a and Bond wore a Submariner with a tuxedo. You can wear a sub.
Sub is okay. Sub has a little bit more
You
flash
know
and a
what's
little bit more.
surprising? Sean Connery's the only one who could pull that off, really.
But look, it also potentially was an accident, as in they didn't have an Explorer on set. It looks like someone on the crew had a Submariner, so they put it on and they found some odd strap from nowhere just to get it on Sean Connery's wrist. It was potentially an accident that it was a Submariner. Because the strap didn't even fit.
That's part of the legend, my friend. Okay.
Yeah,
but
like I'm not down mouthing it, but it's just we have to we can't lionize it to the extent that we think it was a deliberate choice. It's like,
First world problems. This is a travel show. Yeah, with a couple of watches on the side. This is a travel show.
How are you, Rancher?
Oh, really? Sorry, I thought trying to talk so long. I thought my mic was broken.
No.
But there are all sorts of destination weddings. So theoretically, it could be a cave destination wedding, in which case the Explorer 2 would be an appropriate wedding watch. I hate to state the obvious, but
good point.
Thank you.
Yes, a cave destination. Good point.
see this?
For this,
Look at this.
people-
Look at this test apparatus
Yeah.
for testing the deep seas.
Wow.
Look at it. It's unbelievable.
Think about it today. The reason
Who
why
cares?
Rolex was the one that was involved with the first actual action Bond film, like Goldfinger. If you think about it, they needed a dive watch at the time that had a reputation and a patent. So therefore, when Rolex had patented that, that waterproof case on a dive watch,
Hey, Mike.
it was cool because it had the NATO step. And it really outplayed the whole style of Bond at the time. Think about that, because he had to have a watch that looked presentable. So when that scene in Goldfinger, when he was lighting his cigarette at the nightclub, he looked at the watch like it had to match his personality, and that was the watch.
It's a Sharpina, Governor.
Back then, an Omega would really have done it, or like a Zodiac Seawolf. So it would have been a cool watch. Nobody else.
You're absolutely
Rolex
right,
would have been the one. You know what?
Man, your audio is really terrible.
Horrifying.
Yo, Mike.
I'll be back in a minute.
So I just wanted to talk about this quickly. So you see the sizes test apparatus to test these deep seas. So they're fully cased cases. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. A lot of people think that Rolex. Shut up. A lot of people think Rolex's standards are just cost. No, yeah, the movement does go through cost, but nobody tests their actual watches like Rolex does. They don't.
The watch. Who cares?
Well, why don't you join? Why don't you join a different channel if you don't want to hear about watch shit?
This is a travel channel with some trinkets on the side.
True. Rolex really does put them to the extreme.
Well, that's good to know that Rolex does thorough testing. Is it pressure underwater, or is it just pressure?
this whole thing, because this is the 50mm Mariana Trench watch, the full ocean depth. So there's no other facility that would. No, you never had this one.
Well, I had a James Cameron.
Right. Yeah. This is the Deep Sea Challenge. So the first watch capable of full ocean depth at commercial production.
You mean like a 40mm old one?
50mm.
Oh, 50. The newest Rolex.
The monster.
2022, yeah.
The monster.
Oh, okay, wow.
About
Yeah.
it. Who cares?
I know that my jeweler pressure tests my watches when he does service on them. So he must have some
Sure.
similar
No,
apparatus.
like they will, but that'll only be to about like 33 bar or maybe 5 bar at best. To be able to test full ocean depth, you're talking about a machine that probably doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. Like Rolex probably has the only machine that would be capable of testing that. And do you think Omega bothers testing it? I don't think Omega bothers. I think they just sell whatever schlock they can put in a box.
It's very
Costs too
interesting.
much money.
Very interesting. If I could just have a second to break up this nerding about watches with a
1001.
You have your time. Get on with it.
So, you never wanted a regular type life. Now, who's that actor? If it's between you and some poor bastard's wife, which you're gonna turn into a widow, brother, you are going down.
Burgess Meredith?
The great actor Al Pacino, ladies and gentlemen.
That totally did not sound like Al Pacino. That sounded like
That's Al.
Yeah.
Yes. That is
Oh my
Al.
God.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
So this is a fantastic demonstration of exactly what kind of pressures they're talking about. So, you know, we're familiar with watches at 3 bar, 5 bar, that sort of range.
I'm a scuba diver. No one
If we
has
go
that
to, if
on
we
their
look at the numbers here at full ocean depth, 1,100 bar.
My dive
1,000, like even 10 bar in a laboratory environment is dangerous.
14,200 pounds.
No one dives with
Right.
that.
So here we have pressure on the watch at 12 tons, which is many of my minivans on top of the watch. Many of my minivans.
When they came out with the 44, maybe they did it on the 43 as well, but you know they have that really unique inner cage that helps deal with the pressure and have the domed crystal. Was that on the 43? Yes. And okay, because I mean that's how they went about having the watch capable of handling those depths, because other watches, some handled that depth but they stopped working, and then when they came back up they started working again when the pressure was relieved.
Rolex,
yes, deformation of the case back. And when I last put my Submariner in for just a pressure test at a Rolex, like an actual Rolex AD that has watchmakers.
Aussie expat, no one dives with these expensive watches. They don't.
So continue, Aussie.
Anyway, so they actually not just test it; they actually measure to the micron, and I'm guessing using a laser, the amount of caseback deformation during the pressure test. Yeah, it's not just did it hold air.
Usually,
tight.
it's a particular model Rolex that man's always wanted. They keep it for life.
Well, when it comes to dive tool watches, Rolex is obviously my number one choice. But I did have a great experience with the Pelagos, and it really opened my eyes that a brand that costs half as much or 1/3 as much can really also put out a hell of a fucking product. Even though they are related to Rolex, but I mean,
for a professional, the Pelagos is amazing, I think. And I just finished testing, and the movement on that is unbelievable.
Expensive watches.
You have the new movement, the collaboration
My dive
movement.
master dived with a
Look,
it was
you can't generalize. Number one,
no one dives with expensive watches. They don't.
That's gonna get stolen off their wrist by the fucking the guy who does the autopsy.
And I'm
he
a
slaps a
scuba
fucking
diver.
Timex on, and nobody
No one
notices.
dives
Yeah,
with
look,
these.
I do scuba as well, but when you're talking about actual professionals, yes, they do dive with these things. Are they as
No, they
critical as they used to
don't.
be in the past, like in the 80s? No, they don't.
My American instructor, he dived
You're
with an
talking
old
about one person. I can show you videos of people wearing Rolexes as they do professional
they're not
diving.
instructors. No.
No, they're not instructors. We're talking about professionals doing real work. We're talking saturation diving, spending months at sea at many
They
bars
don't
of
dive
pressure,
with anything
breathing
that's
helium
worth
for a month.
Wow.
10
Yeah.
or 20 or
That's
30
the real
grand on their
test.
wrist. They don't.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't.
Do you think
No.
they don't wear? So they're sitting in literally a steel tube
Like,
for an
okay,
entire
I'll
month.
ask you a
You don't
question.
think they have a watch?
How many actual divers deep with? Okay, they dive with a deep sea. They don't. They don't.
You're delusional if you don't think that you're saying that none of them do. They do. They have work to do. They have
very few.
They have. Sorry?
Very few of them do. Very.
So you're saying someone who has to work for a living diving, as in day in, day out, like a 9-hour work day, welding, doesn't have a watch.
They don't take a Rolex deep sea down to their job.
Tell me a watch that'll survive those pressures in that case. What do they wear?
They wear.
You tell me, Mr. Smart Person.
They wear a beta watch. That's what they wear, and you know exactly what they wear.
So they wear a beta that's capable of 10 bar and is capable of surviving helium escape.
Rubbish! Oh yes.
Wait,
Superman.
you suppose the horns are in fact helium escape valves?
Junk.
You think Archie's
Most
actually built to
divers
deep
will
water?
never go down.
No. What this person is saying is that no professional diver wears a Rolex, and I'm wondering what watch could they possibly wear other than a Rolex?
Usually, dive
paying 50,000.
No. So you're talking about typically recreation diving. Yeah, it's all dive computer. I'm saying a professional diver, saturation diver, they have to spend a month at sea inside of a pressurized room for the entire duration. You think they don't have a watch?
Yeah, don't they have like more
I'm
specialized
saying
watches for that kind of
most.
thing? So they
Not
they
all.
probably have a deep sea in the capsule that they lived in, but then they put on a specialized computerized watch for when they're actually diving.
100%. They will have a computer,
40
but
years
for
ago,
the most part, it's not as
all.
necessary
I'm
because
not speaking Chinese. I said most, not all. So
I got to tell you, I'm very disappointed. Rolex has gone smaller in size. See, I'm wearing a 47 mil Pam.
yeah, but you're a big boy.
I
need a
reckon,
47.
I think the Submariner should be 42 mil.
Well, you got the Sea Dweller if you really need a professional watch.
Yeah.
I mean,
they really nailed it with the
Professional
41
watch.
in my
Archie
opinion.
just has a dip in a swimming pool. He doesn't need a professional watch.
Speaking about dive watch, what do you guys think of the latest Blancpain Ocean Commitment?
I always heard that they kept the case size standard on the Submariner because of diving suits.
You're absolutely circle jerking
Just
Aussie
adjust that
expat.
down. Just quickly, I got to grab the super chat. Dirk Diggler, $2. Daddy, no more Rolex talk. My diaper is leaking. We got Patel Philippe, $5. Hi, Blueberry Mike. Blueberry Mike.
Patel.
And we got Cam Rand, £2. Mike, how did you become a compulsive lawyer? Mike is the most honest person I've ever fucking met in my life. Mike is the
sorry,
most
gentlemen,
honest
I got to run.
person.
It's time for me to help take care of the kids.
Hey, by the way, Aussie expat, thanks for coming on, man.
See you then.
Thanks for talking the Rolex Submariners there. I bought the book. I
no
bought the
worries.
book. Yeah.
Deep sea.
Take care.
Aussie, I just wanted to say I very much enjoy talking with you and learning from you.
Thank you, Mike. We all learn together.
Aussie.
Cheers.
Much appreciate that.
We all learn
Cheers, man.
Yeah, Mike.
So
is
yeah,
a-
what do you guys think of the Blancpain, the latest release?
You know what? I honestly I prefer the Breguet Marine.
We all learn together.
I just
What
find the
a
Blancpain, something's missing there. They're so expensive. I for that sort of money.
Compared to the Breguet?
But compared to Rolex, they're expensive. I think Rolex is better.
But I think okay. Breguet uses precious metal most of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. Actually,
Okay,
by the way,
Blancpain.
Owen, I'm looking around for my fourth Breguet.
Oh, Archie, if you was going diving, would you actually
steel
wear the
Type
Marine
20.
or the Samantha?
Oh, wow.
I'd wear my Pam.
Doesn't
Ultimate
dive.
diver, Italian dive school.
Archie doesn't dive. He dives into a swimming pool. 1.5 foot. Lucky.
I got to tell you, I think I would go. I honestly, the Blancpain. You know what I love on the Blancpain? You know the glass hood, Erwin. You know the glass hood original, the Sea Dog, the Sea. It's got that very lacquered bezel. It looks like it's kind of. It's got that. You know that lacquered. I'll pull up a photo. I've actually got a photo here. This was from. By the way, Erwin, can I ask you your opinion as a lawyer and a friend?
What's up?
What did you think about my video where I said IWC travel pouches are absolute fucking garbage?
What does that have to do with me being a lawyer?
I'm just asking you, what do you think there? I said, no, that's okay, man. That's okay. This is the CQ. What I'm talking about. This is the glass hood. You see that really glossy bezel?
Yeah.
That's a similar to the Blancpain. You know, the Blancpain bezel is got that glossy.
That's because of the sapphire crystal, right?
Yeah.
Same goes with the was it Grand Seiko does it as well.
What is that?
Sorry? It's because of what?
The sapphire crystal.
Yeah.
It has a sapphire crystal over the bezel. That's why it has that glossy look. Same goes with the Grand Seiko as well.
But I like it. I like that look. Do you?
Oh yeah. I think it's
my blue ink.
Nice. And especially, I think when they have that, I'm not too sure if Blancpain has it, but the numerals on the bezel is lume as well.
I don't know if I consider Blancpain a true luxury watch.
No?
Like, they're expensive, but what do you reckon, Rancher?
I think they're not. They're kind of. They fall into the same category as like. Who makes the overseas? Fucking.
Actually,
we got a super chat. Pavel says $2. Archie, please bring the bees inside during this. Actually, the bees, the storm is over. We just got rain, so the hives are okay. We were all set to bring them inside. That was 100%. And Patel Philippe, Doc. So Terry, have you met Blueberry Mike? He's a former race car driver. He had a D Timosso Pantera. Actually, Mike used to race his 914 Porsche.
Yeah, Archie has his facts straight.
The Pantera was just a.
It was a track day car. It was a hot rod street car, but it was just set up for the track, so I could just drive it to the racetrack and drive it on the racetrack and then drive it home.
Erwin, I'm seriously looking at coming to Malaysia for a couple of months.
And I'm seriously looking forward to that.
Why did you take?
So you're seriously looking what? Sorry, what'd you say, Owen?
I'm seriously looking forward to that.
Fucking Australians.
To get for what?
No, looking forward to you coming to Malaysia.
Oh yeah, no. I want to come there for a couple of months. I love Malaysia. Malaysia.
Oh, yeah, do.
I think Malaysia is the sweet spot because I tell you why. Hong Kong and Singapore, I think, are better.
Till these balls
are fucking expensive. They are fucking real estate is ridiculous.
Why did you take away?
And then I got to tell you this here. The real estate is expensive. Bangkok is a bit too seedy.
Right.
Vietnam is a little bit too chaotic.
I'll be right back.
Right.
Whereas Malaysia really, Singapore really is still part of Malaysia. I mean, they got independence in 65,
Yeah.
right? They really they were fiercely independent, but the thing is this: Malaysia itself, I love Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur, in my opinion, okay, I know the traffic is terrible, but Kuala Lumpur is one of my favorite cities.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
your express train to the airport.
Yep.
I love the Petronas Tower, the development that's happened. You got Little India, Chinese Chinatown. You got I really am in love with KL. I've also been Langkawi, the beach resort. I've been there. That's incredible with the and also in Malaysia, you go into the countryside. I went on into the countryside. Malaysia is incredible. It's I could live there, and they've got very friendly visa situation for digital nomads. They've got concessions for digital nomads because I don't like to do illegal things as far as staying illegally as a tourist. I don't like it. That's just shit. Malaysia, out of all the Asian countries, that'd be my pick. I mean, if I was super rich, I'd live in Singapore, but you'd need to be super rich.
It's super expensive there. It's very expensive. Well, the good thing about
I like
Malaysia
China too. I like Shenzhen. I like China, but Malaysia is better.
You've got a mixture of cross-border experience. You've got every
I
culture.
say I like China. I like China, but Malaysia is special. I also love Macau.
Of course.
You got the Portuguese.
Is someone telling you that Malaysia is really part of Singapore, like someone saying to a Taiwanese that it's really part of China? I mean, it doesn't
It's
sound
like saying to a Ukrainian they're part of Russia.
I mean, yeah, it just doesn't sound like
I just gotta take
a
this
PC
pizza out.
thing
I
to
gotta take this
do.
pizza out of the oven. I'll be back in 1 minute. I went away. I needed the dough. I put on. My son was gonna fucking have some. The little shit. I made the pizza like he likes it with no vegetables because he's allergic to vegetables.
No vegetables?
Yeah, like capsicum or onion or mushroom. Then he says, "Oh, he doesn't want any." I thought, "Oh, fuck you! I've made it."
It's naked.
Anyhow. Well, it's just cheese and ham. I've got prosciutto ham, nice Italian ham. So I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna cut it. I'll bring it over.
Go. Yeah, I would say that the thing is, I'm not trying to promote my country, but I do love the diversification we have here in Malaysia, both in terms of food, culture, and food and culture. I guess
It's pretty safe there too, right?
Yeah, it's not well. When you have people, you have crimes, right?
Well, yeah, that's everywhere. But
yeah, but it's fairly safe, I would say.
I mean, it's one thing to have crime; it's another thing to have murder. So, I mean,
of course. Well, you don't have that. Yeah.
So, crime is everywhere, but stealing somebody's watch is different from killing them.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I mean, occasionally you do hear one or two issues. I mean, recently there was something that came up in the Malaysia media. Bless you. Someone buying a Rolex Daytona, and they got scammed selling it.
Oh wow!
Yep. Yeah, so you've got situations like this, but in terms of actual robbery, I think I don't think I don't think we're there yet. I don't think we're there yet. But yeah, scams are pretty rampant these days. So for you guys, be aware, when you sell your watches, just be mindful of these things. Yeah. Hello. So just to share you a little bit about the scam, what has actually happened. So there was this person trying to sell her a Rolex Daytona, and I believe she met this guy who turns out to be someone who is kind of popular in social media.
So
she trusts
he's
him.
kind of well known.
Yeah, that's right. And I think they used his profile. I'm not too sure if it was really him or was someone else. I can't verify the source yet. But what they did is they basically transferred, like, paid by way of checks. So when they banked in the check, your bank account will probably show that the money is registered.
Right, you verify that they have enough to cover it.
Yeah, but it would not be released to you until a couple of days later because it was paid by check, right? So I think the seller saw that, the money's in my account, so yeah, you can have the watch. And then I think a couple of days later,
they reversed it.
Correct, they reversed it, and
yeah, that's why you have to get like cashiers and all that.
Yeah, either that or direct transfer,
Yeah.
And here we go. We got the pizza slice. Look at this, guys. This is amazing. Look at that, freshly made. I made it whilst I was on the show. Look at that.
Wow. No, actually, what you should do.
I've never heard.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say I've never heard of anyone allergic to vegetables. This is so interesting.
Yes.
I think they just don't want to eat the vegetables, and they're telling you they're allergic, and you're going, "Oh, okay, you don't have to eat it."
Yeah, actually, as I was trying to say, I think you should do a show, you wearing your watch, your Type 21, on a cooking show.
Yes.
And you demonstrate how you use it. And you demonstrate how you use the timer while cooking,
I do the same thing with my Breitling Type 20. Yes.
Because it's the flyback is so easy to reset. The flyback is so easy.
Archie, why did you take away my blue ink?
What blue ink?
What blue?
Simple
I didn't do anything.
Arch. It's a simple question, Arch.
What blue ink?
No one knows what you mean by blue ink.
Tan. It took his thing. Tan probably did it.
No, Tan.
Did anyone super chat you to eat that pizza?
Mate.
What's his blue ink? What is blue ink?
Well, look at the chat. If you have blue ink or not blue ink, look at the chat.
That's not helping. As a clue, that's not helping.
Okay. Well, if you're a moderator, let me spell it out.
Put a comment there.
You.
I'll give you the blue ink. You want this? You want put a comment there. I'll give it back to you. I don't know.
Well, I got Tan didn't take away my blue ink. Okay, I'll put hi. There we go. There's yeah. What's blue ink? Well, look at the chat.
Give me Nate. I'm just fixing it. Just hang on.
Moderator.
Who will torpedo? Jesus. I'm trying to see. Where's your comment?
I'm as confused as Erwin looks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it.
Trying to find it.
Where's your comment? I can't see it even.
Did you already say what watch
Where's
that
the
is you're wearing,
comment?
Erwin?
I've
What
done
watch is
about
that you're wearing,
10
Erwin?
comments.
Oh, this?
Okay, I'm trying to find it now. Where is it? I can't see it.
Since
Well,
they're just
I'm the
talking about
last
ink,
10
I don't understand.
So
But this is a watch channel.
This is a Charles Gerardier.
This is a travel channel.
Let me
with the
hang on a
watches
second.
going.
Hang on a second. We want to. How do we do this?
I thought it was about animal husbandry.
Hang on. I think you're oh shit.
It's not a watch channel. It's
There
a
we go.
travel channel.
There we go. So
That's
this
got
is
an
the Charles
interesting
Gerardier.
dial.
Yeah, so it's guilloche, but the pattern on it has that tapestry kind of feel, like
Yeah.
What
the
the hell
one you
is
see
this?
on Charles
This is-
Gerardier.
It looks gorgeous.
Exactly.
It's pretty. It's titanium. It's very light. It's a GMT function, and it has a night and day and microseconds. And the GMT function works with just the pusher.
You know, the interesting thing,
Ah!
if it's if it's titanium, how
Yep.
do they get it highly polished? Because I didn't think
Exactly,
you
right?
could polish
Exactly.
titanium.
Well,
That's
and
my
remember, you can't say titanium without tit and yum.
And it has the a rose gold rotor that also has the guilloche pattern as like the dial.
Is that the Clivers I heard?
Wow,
Yes.
that's actually
Is
that
the
is
Clivers
pretty
on the,
cool.
That's titanium.
is the
Yeah, this is
He
Clivers
says
titanium.
it's
on the panel?
titanium.
I never seen titanium that polished.
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
It's polished and it's really light. I find this very practical, especially
No,
with the pushers GMT. It helps
and
me to.
because it's titanium, it isn't going to scratch much. You don't have to.
Why doesn't anyone else do this? Why doesn't anyone else do this?
I don't
It
know.
must be. Is it an expensive process just to get it polished like that, etc.?
I
Is the
I would believe
Clivers on
so.
the
Yeah,
channel?
because I think they spend quite a lot of time doing this.
Is the Clivers on the panel?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
ballpark. How much is this watch? Ballpark.
All of the Americans sound
Well,
the
this
same.
Ballpark.
costs
Is
about.
it like 20 grand, 30 grand? What is it?
Okay, I can tell you the exact figure. It's 28,800 Swiss francs.
Fuck!
Jesus.
That's why I said 20 grand, 30
That's the
grand.
price of gold.
Yeah.
Jesus. Put
Well, it
it
has a
down
rose gold
on the
rotor.
condo.
Well,
My
the
If
God.
it's rose gold, why is it white?
well,
The
no,
rotor is
the
white
rotor.
gold. Look.
It's got a
No,
white
it's
gold.
rose gold.
Oh,
Oh, is
because
it?
of the
Like,
lighting.
yeah, the lighting. Sorry. Can you see it now?
Kind
looks
of.
white.
Kind of. You can see
It
that.
looks white. It's
Well, you can
white.
see that. You can see that the case back
It's
is
not the
titanium
lighting.
as
It's
well,
not
right?
rose gold at all.
Yes,
It's
that's right.
white.
So that means that the rotor's a different color than the case
It's
back.
stainless
Correct.
steel.
Correct.
It's not stainless steel.
It's not
It's
stainless
It
steel. It's
titanium.
is. It's
titanium.
not rose gold. My eyes are clear. It's
No, no,
not
no.
rose gold.
The
It's
rotor,
not the
the rotor,
lighting.
the rotor,
Oh,
not the watch.
Actually, easy. We didn't take your blue ink away. It's because you logged in through the different module. You're a administrator on ArchieLuxury Livestream, not on ArchieLuxury main channel.
Wow.
And the thing about this watch, it has the a Rolls
Because I
Royce
broadcast
edition.
on both.
It's Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce edition.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
Rolls Royce edition? What?
Yeah, it has a Rolls Royce edition, which is a collaboration with the Rolls Royce Enthusiast Club. What they did there is they have a green dial, the British Racing Green, and they also have the Spirit of Ecstasy engraved on
the what?
The back of the sapphire crystal.
I think I like yours. I can't imagine the nicer in green than just having it like yours in silver.
Right, Archie, I'm sending you a pic of it.
Stainless steel.
I'm sending you a pic of it. You can actually pull it up and check out the engraving.
It's a lovely watch.
Yeah, thank you. That's a nice watch. I'm glad I asked about it.
Yes, man. Cheers. And I'm also pulling up the Racing Green.
You're modest with your watch because you're just on the show waiting for the chaos to come to a conclusion.
No, I'm always really excited.
Anyway, we're going to wrap the show up now, gentlemen.
So Archie, I just sent you the pics for the Rolls Royce edition on your WhatsApp.
Wrap the show up.
Can you post it?
Okay, see you later.
Archie, can you post that picture?
Sure, I'll go pull it up. Ooh. That's the Rolls Royce edition?
Yeah. And it's only
I
limited
like how
to
they don't
100.
say Rolls Royce all over it.
Yeah.
That would be what they'd call gauche. You're already bad enough rocking Rolls Royce in the first place. And you have to have Rolls Royce all over the dial. That's green. That actually looks very nice. It's a dark green.
Well, the standard one is 28,800 Swiss franc. I think this one is slightly expensive, maybe 32. I think.
I was gonna say double the price.
Oh no,
because it's a limited edition. It's Rolls Royce.
yeah. It's I think it's around 32 or 34. I can't remember.
What's the brand?
Charles Girardier.
That's actually
Charles
pretty
Girardier.
handsome.
Oh wow! It's a very handsome watch.
And if you
Very
check
much,
out
very much so.
Archie, there's the other pic that I sent you. If you check out the case back of this piece, you see the spirit of ecstasy engraved on the sapphire crystal.
So,
which is very difficult to do.
Does your watch
I
come
got
in
a
a
super
dark
chat
dial?
here. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3. Can you scroll through the reverse article on monochrome?
Wait. Show that picture first, Archie. Show that picture first.
Okay.
We have to finish. We have to finish this module and move to the next.
Sorry, what do you say?
I was wondering if your watch, the one you're wearing, if you can get that watch in a dark dial. Obviously,
it actually comes with a two other colors, brown and blue.
The blue might be very nice.
The blue is actually pretty good.
Because this is green, but it doesn't come off green. It comes off a dark, so it's.
It could be just the lighting.
Yeah, it's
it's
probably, but it's not like Hulk green. It's not like a
true
Rolex Hulk. It's not like that at all.
But it's definitely going to present differently in direct sunlight, though.
Right.
Can you pull out that?
I'm trying to find it. It's not loading. Just hang on 1 minute. I'm getting it.
And I honestly prefer that dial to the Hulk green dial. Yeah.
I just all of a sudden stopped liking green watches altogether. There's one or two that's beautiful enough that I would like. I mean, Moser's done a beautiful green, but otherwise green just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of entirely green, so I like the Sprite and I like Kermit, but I couldn't go for a Hulk. It's just a little
That's
too
the
much.
spirit
green
of
for me.
ecstasy on the glass there. Looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's so intricate that you can actually see the eyes, the nose, the hair.
Wow.
And this is laser engraving on the sapphire crystal, which I believe is pretty difficult and probably done first time, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, so
and you can see that rotor is gold, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's the hood ornament.
Yeah.
It's done by sandblasting.
It's not sandblast. It's in fact laser engraved.
Oh, laser engraved. Okay, that's the other way to do it. Yeah. Very cool.
I'm just pulling up the article. This is on the Reverso. An interesting case, the history of the almost century-old Geopolitical Reverso. And this is quite. Actually, I love this. The tribute to 1931.
Is that a factory strap?
Not sure.
Because it looks
no idea,
nice.
Doc. No idea.
It's a little different than the one you had, strap-wise.
No idea, Doc.
Look at that buckle.
This is a tribute, right?
What's with that big? What's that big buckle on the brown strap? In the picture on the right.
That's just an advertisement. It's not a buckle. It's just
it's a bracelet or something.
That's the Rogue. I like the Rogue version.
Sorry.
Head.
Excuse me, Archie.
And the engravings on them, amazing. Look at that.
Yeah, the red. I've always loved the red one. Sorry.
It's an interesting article. This is when it came back in 1972, when the agent visited Geopolitical and discovered these cases and commissioned some new pieces. And the rest, as they say, is history. The rest is history. They're an amazing. I love the Reverso. I think the Reverso is a great one. I want to get another one. I do want to get one again. Oh, that's the minute repeater Reverso. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love Reversos. I do.
You still talk to Timely
Yeah. He's cool. Timely's cool. He's been. This is
he's a big lover of his Reverso.
Yeah, he posted pics today. These were a bit of the Reverso Grand Sport. They were a bit of an acquired taste, but this is the platinum one. This was I think this is platinum, is it? This is platinum. Guys, that's the show for today. I got to wrap this baby up. Let's thank our sponsors. By the way, Patel Philippe, $5. Coincident. Archie is born in 72. The Reverso returns. You betcha. Let's go and thank
that's pretty
our
interesting.
super chatters.
Before you start thanking everybody, remind everybody to hit the thumbs up and say
thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up. We've got Jeremy Kearney. We've got Shuma Junior Watch Abuser. Patel Philippe. We've got Ken Fresno. Patel Philippe. America 5726. Patel Philippe, Rich Mitch, Patel Philippe, Watch Nick, Patel Philippe, Steve Burns, Patel Philippe, America 5726, Patel Philippe, Dirk Diggler, Patel Philippe, Cam Ran, Patel Philippe. That is the show today, guys. Keep buying. Remember, guys, you're not a true man if you don't have a Breguet. Get yourself a Breguet. Are you getting a next Breguet, Erwin? Have you hunted down a Breguet for yourself?
Not yet. I'm still considering.
Steel Sports would be the way. Type 20
Type
would
21,
be perfect.
yeah. Type 20.
Type.
Right?
I think it's a bit smaller because the Type 22 and Type 21 are a bigger case. They're a bit big for you. I reckon I want to get a Type 20 in steel as well. I want one. I want to have a steel to go with the gold. Okay, guys.
I may consider.
That's the show. And we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow. That's right, guys. I will be back tomorrow. And just have some fun, guys.
There's no need to threaten us, Archie.
Thank you.